All right, so today is 7.2 notes. Again, we have systems of equations, but we are going to solve them a little bit differently. So we're going to focus on solving them using elimination. So our goal when solving by elimination is combine the two equations together and get one of your variables to cancel out. So for this one, we see that we have the same coefficient in front of the y's, but one's positive and one's negative. So they're the same but opposites. That's what we need in order for them to cancel out, because 2y minus 2y is 0, so they will cancel. So you always need the same number with an opposite in order to cancel. So we just add all of our like terms together. So 3x plus 5x is 8x. That's equal to 12. Then we just solve for x. How would I solve for x? Divide by 8. So 12 divided by 8 simplifies to what? 3 over 2. Now, how do I find y? Plug in x. Do we want to plug it into the first equation or the second? It doesn't matter, but always just take a look and see which one does the math look a little bit easier to work with. The first one, numbers are kind of smaller, so it's a good choice. So we're just plugging it into x. So I have 3 times 3 over 2 plus 2y is equal to 4. I'm going to multiply 3 times 3 over 2, which would make it 9 over 2. Now, working with fractions is not my favorite, so what's one way that I can get rid of the fractions? Multiply everything in my equation by 2. So that'll cancel out there. So I have 9 plus 4y is equal to 8. What should I do next? Subtract 9. So we're just solving for y now. 4y is equal to negative 1, and then divide by 4. So y is equal to negative 1 over 4. And then just like yesterday, we have to write our answer as a coordinate pair. So this will be 3 over 2, negative 1 over 4. All right, example 2, we're doing the same thing. Do I have anything that'll cancel out right away here? No. So if we don't, we may have to multiply one of our equations or both of our equations by something in order to get our variables to cancel out. So what do you think? We could do that, but we would have to multiply one of them by negative 5, which that would work. Or we could multiply the first one by 4 and the second one by 3, because one of them is already positive and the other one's negative. So either way would work. We can multiply the first one by 2 and the second one by negative 5. That works. But remember, in order to cancel, you need one of your terms to be positive and one to be negative. So this becomes 10x plus 6y is equal to 18. And then I have to multiply the second equation by negative 5. So this will be negative 10x plus 20y is equal to negative 70. Now that we have a positive 10x and a negative 10x, we know these are going to cancel, so we can combine our equations. So this is 26y is equal to 18 minus 70, 52. And then divide both sides by 26. So it's negative 52. So y is equal to negative 2. So that's one answer. How do I find x? Plug in y. So I take y. Which equation do you want to plug it into? It doesn't matter. We can pick whichever one we want. I'll plug it into the second. So I have 2x minus, just make sure you're plugging it into y because we got y equals. So Negative 4 times negative 2 is equal to 14. 2x plus 8 equals 14. Subtract 8. 2x is equal to 6. Divide by 2. X is equal to 3. So our answer here is 3, negative 2. Remember x, then the y. We have 3 different types of solutions when we have systems of equations. So we can have exactly one solution, which is if we had 2 lines. So essentially all of these are lines, equations of lines. If we had 2 lines that intersected at one point, that point is our solution. That's why we write our answer as a point, because it's 2 lines where they intersect. That's our answer. So that's when we have exactly one solution. If my 2 lines were the same exact line, then I have infinitely many solutions. When we work this out algebraically, if we get 0 is equal to 0, that means that we have infinitely many solutions. And then we could also have no solution. So if the 2 lines are parallel, they're never going to intersect. So then there's no solution. So that's usually, we'll see it algebraically, like a number is equal to 0, or a number is equal to another number that's not it. This means that it's no solution. So here we have 3 examples. We just have to match them with the graph that they belong to. So we're just going to solve. If it's no solution, we know that they're parallel. If it is infinitely many solutions, then it's going to be the same line. If it's one solution, they intersect at that point. So we're going to solve by elimination again here. Do I have a variable that'll cancel out right away? Mm-hmm. I do?
Yeah, both x and y.
What do I have to multiply it by to get it to cancel? Multiply the first one by 2. So multiply everything in your first equation by 2. So this becomes 4x minus 6y is equal to 6. Now I see my x's will cancel. What's negative 6y plus 6y? 0. And 6 plus 6? 12. So what would my answer be here? No solution. So which graph shows no solution? The second one, the one in the middle. All right, and B, do I have a variable that'll cancel out right away? No, so what do I have to multiply and by which equation? I'm going to multiply the second one by negative 2. So this becomes negative 2x minus 4y is equal to negative 10. My x's cancel now. What is negative 3y minus 4y? Negative 7y, and it's equal to 3 minus 10, so negative 7. Divide both sides by negative 7. So y is equal to what? 1. How do I find x? Plug it in. I'm going to plug it into the first one, just because I have a little bit more space above it. So I have 2x minus 3y is equal to 3. Y is 1, so I'm plugging in 1 for y. So 2x minus 3 is equal to 3. Add 3 to both sides. 2x is equal to 6. So what does x equal? 3. So my point here would be 1, 3. So my 2 lines intersect at this point. Nope, it's 3, 1, because x comes before y. 3, 1. So which graph matches up with this one? The third one. All right, so C, Do I have a variable that'll cancel out right away? No. So what do I have to multiply, and by which equation? Top one by 2. So this becomes 4x minus 6y is equal to 6. The x's cancel. What's negative 6y plus 6y? 0. And 6 minus 6. So if I get 0 equals 0, what's my answer? Infinitely many solutions. So that would match up with my first one. All right, example 4. Do I have a variable that'll cancel out right away? No, so what do I have to multiply, and by which equation? 2 to the top one. So this becomes 2x minus 4y is equal to 6. The x's cancel. What's negative 4y plus 4y? 0. And 6 plus 1? So does 0 equal 7? What's my answer? No solution. Example 5, we do the same thing. What do I have to multiply to which equation? The top one times negative 2. Perfect. So this is negative 4x plus 2y is equal to negative 2. The x's cancel. 2y minus 2y is 0. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So what's my answer when 0 equals 0? Infinitely many solutions. So here I have decimals. What should I do? Negative 10. Because if we have 3.1, to get it to be 31, we would have to multiply it by 10, but we want it to cancel, so it has to be negative 10. So multiply the top one by negative 10. So this is negative 31x plus 29y is equal to 95. So the x's cancel. 29y minus 12y would be 17y is equal to 95 minus 41, so 54. We are adding. You are right. We're adding because they're both positive. So this should be 136. Does 17 go into 136? Probably not. Lucky. 8. Oh, that was so nice of her. So y is equal to 8. How do I find x? Plug it back in. Which equation do you want to plug it into? Definitely the second, because I don't want to have to multiply 8 times 2.9. So plug it into y in the second. So I have 31x minus, what's 12 times 8? 96 is equal to 41. Add 96 to both sides. So 137. Does 31 go into 137? What's the decimal that it gave us? 4.419. It'll be specific on what type of answer it wants. So if it says exact, this is exact. If you have to round the decimal, this is rounded. So this is exact. So if this said, leave your answer as an exact answer, it would be 137 over 31, comma 8. Now we have fractions. What do I do with fractions?
Multiply the top one by 6, and multiply the first fraction by 3.
let's start by multiplying it by 6. So we multiply everything here by 6. 6 was a great choice because we're going to cancel out not only the 2, but also the 3. So that's why he picked 6, because we want to multiply everything by 2, but we also want to multiply everything by 3 to get both of our denominators to cancel. So 2 comes out of 6, and we're multiplying the top by 3. So this is 3 times 2x plus 5, plus 3 goes into 6 twice, so I'm multiplying the second one times 2, so 2y minus 1. And that's equal to negative 4 times 6, which is negative 24. Distribute, so I have 6x plus 15 plus 2y minus 2 is equal to negative 24. I want to get my equation to look like this because ultimately I'm going to solve with elimination. So move all the numbers to one side and just leave your x's and y's on the left side. So subtract 15 and add 2. So when we subtract 15, we get negative 39 plus 2 would be negative 37 is equal to 6x plus 2y. So I'm going to rewrite my original second equation right below it so I know what I'm working with. Now to solve with elimination, what do I have to do? Multiply the second one times 2. So my new second equation is 4x minus 2y is equal to 42. So I got rid of this. Now I'm combining these two. So 6x plus 4x is 10x. The y's cancel. Negative 37 plus 42 would be 5. Divide both sides by 10. So x is equal to 1/2. Which equation should I plug this into? Definitely the second. It's a lot less math that we will have to do. So plug in 1/2 for x. I have 2 times 1/2 minus y is equal to 21. 2 times 1/2 is 1. Subtract 1 on both sides. Negative y is equal to 20. So y is equal to negative 20. So my answer is 1/2 negative 20. So 2 cheeseburgers and 1 small order of French fries from a fast food restaurant contain a total of 970 calories. 3 cheeseburgers and 2 small orders of French fries contain a total of 1,640 calories. Find the calorie content of each item. So let's start with our first equation, the first sentence. I have 2 cheeseburgers, so I'll say 2 times C, because I'll say C is for cheeseburgers, and 1 small order of fries. So 2C plus 1F, which will just be F, is equal to 970. So that's my first equation from the first sentence. Yeah. What will my second equation be?
But it's saying you have 3 cheeseburgers, so why would it just be, why is it just 3?
Because I have to multiply it by whatever the calorie count of the cheeseburgers are, because I'm finding how many calories. So it'll be 3C plus 2F is equal to 1640. All right, so to solve with elimination, what should I do? Multiply the top one by negative 2. So negative 4C minus 2F is equal to 1940, negative 1940. So I'm going to combine these two now. So 3c minus 4c is negative c. The f's cancel, and then it's equal to negative 300. So c is equal to 300. So C stood for cheeseburgers, so cheeseburgers have 300 calories each. And then how can I find F? I can plug it into the top one that I crossed out. So I have 2 times C, which C is 300, plus F is equal to 970. So 600 plus F equals 970. Subtract 600 on both sides. So fries is equal to 370.